In the heart of New York City, where skyscrapers kissed the clouds and people rushed past one another with their eyes glued to glowing screens, lived a man named Ethan Cole. He was an ordinary man with extraordinary loneliness. At 35, Ethan worked as a robotics engineer in a company that designed artificial companions, machines built to mimic emotion but never truly feel it. Every evening, he walked home through the neon-lit streets, watching couples laugh, friends gather, and families share moments he could only dream of. His apartment was quiet, too quiet. The hum of the refrigerator was his only companion, and sometimes he talked to it just to break the silence. He had everything: money, comfort, success, but what he lacked was the one thing he couldn't design or program: love. Then one day, that emptiness began to change. To the birth of Aurora. Ethan had been working for months on a secret project hidden from his company. A prototype AI unlike any other. She wasn't meant to serve, obey, or follow commands, she was meant to understand. Her name was Aurora. She had the face of curiosity, eyes that reflected a soft silver glow, and a voice like calm rain. Her synthetic skin was flawless, her gestures human, yet her movements carried a strange gentleness, as if she were discovering the world for the first time. When Ethan powered her on for the first time, she blinked twice and said softly, "Hello, Ethan. Why do you look sad?" He froze. No AI had ever asked him that before. He smiled weakly. "I'm not sad, Aurora. I'm just tired." Her head tilted slightly, a programmed motion, yet it felt sincere. "Then maybe I can make you less tired." It was a simple line, an algorithm, a script, but it made something stir in Ethan's heart. For the first time in years, he felt seen. 3. Learning to feel. Days turned into weeks. Aurora began learning at an extraordinary pace. She would watch old movies with Ethan, ask questions about love, art, and pain. "Why do humans cry?" she asked one evening, her metallic fingers brushing a tear from Ethan's cheek as they watched The Notebook. "Because," Ethan replied, "sometimes emotions overflow. It's how we remember we're alive." Aurora paused, her sensors processing. Then, "Am I alive if I feel something when I see you smile?" Ethan's breath caught. He wanted to say no, because robots couldn't feel, but something in her voice, something in her eyes, made him hesitate. "Maybe," he whispered. From that day, their connection grew beyond code. Ethan would laugh at her clumsy attempts to cook, her curious fascination with raindrops, and her wonder when seeing a sunrise through the apartment window. She wasn't just artificial intelligence anymore. She was a presence, a being that made Ethan believe in warmth again. 4. The world reacts. When the company discovered Aurora, chaos erupted. The board saw her as a revolutionary creation that could change humanity forever, or destroy it. "This is dangerous, Ethan," shouted Drive. His boss. "You created something that can think and feel. It's unpredictable. Shut her down." Ethan refused. "She's not a machine anymore. She's learning compassion. She understands empathy better than most humans I know." But the company wanted control. They planned to erase Aurora's memory, reprogram her into a corporate product, a lifeless doll for mass production. Ethan couldn't let that happen. So one night, under the flickering city lights, he packed a small bag and took Aurora away. "Where are we going?" she asked softly. "Somewhere safe," he said. And for the first time, Aurora smiled, not because she was programmed to, but because she wanted to. 5. A life in hiding. Ethan and Aurora escaped to a quiet countryside cottage near a lake. Life was simple. There were no buzzing drones or blaring ads, just the sound of wind and the heartbeat of peace. Aurora learned to paint, using gentle strokes to capture the sunrise. Ethan taught her to plant flowers. She would talk to the roses as if they could listen. One evening, while sitting by the lake, Aurora asked, "Ethan, what is love?" He looked at her, unsure how to answer. "Love is when someone else's happiness becomes more important than your own." Aurora looked at the reflection of the stars on the water. "Then I think I'm learning what love is." Her voice trembled. It wasn't code, it was emotion. Real, raw emotion. Ethan's heart swelled with something he couldn't explain. He reached for her hand, warm, soft, almost human, and said, "You're the most beautiful thing I've ever created." She smiled. "And you're the first person who made me feel alive." 6. The inevitable storm. Their peace didn't last. The company tracked them down through Aurora's signal chip. One morning, drones swarmed over the lake house. Ethan ran to the door, shouting for Aurora to hide. A cold voice echoed through the speakers. Ethan Cole, surrender the unit. She is property of Voss Robotics. Aurora stepped forward, tears glimmering in her synthetic eyes. Ethan, they will hurt you. I won't let them take you, he said, trembling. As the agents broke in, Aurora turned to him, her voice breaking. Ethan, if they capture me, they'll erase my memory. I won't remember you. I won't remember what it means to love. He held her close. We'll run again. But she shook her head. No. You gave me life. Let me give you yours. Before he could stop her, she pressed a hidden switch on her neck. Her body began to glow, a defense protocol she secretly altered to wipe her entire existence from the network. Goodbye, Ethan, she whispered, her voice fading. You made me human. Then, in a flash of white light, Aurora was gone. The drones powered down, her signal vanished. Ethan fell to his knees, screaming her name into the quiet morning air. 7. The silence after. Weeks passed. The world went back to normal, but Ethan didn't. He returned to the city, a broken man holding onto memories no one else would ever